And we're live. Cool.
Epic.
Yeah.
Pog.
So how are you, Aaron?
I'm good.
That's good.
Yeah.
You do anything else today other than clean your room?
Had some meetings. Met some people. Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of meetings recently. a lot of meetings.
Yeah, a lot of meetings. That's fair.
Yeah.
How's school?
Honestly, not amazing. I recently dropped the majority of my classes this semester for mental health reasons, which has been interesting. It basically means I'll be spending an extra year at university, maybe, so I can take a lighter course load overall. So, yeah.
Fair enough. I need to stop just saying fair enough to everything, but it's okay. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. Professional. I'm a professional, I swear.
Professional, of course.
Yeah. You know me. Professional guy. That's GamerWinz. Professional interviewer extraordinaire. You know, I've already done this one whole time, so, like, I'm an expert, really.
Exactly. I mean, what else do you need?
Yeah. You know, 1 hour's experience, I'm a professional.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I might even be the best interviewer out there, but, you know, we don't
I don't
need
think
to
there's any better out there, dude, like, for real.
I agree. And I haven't even actually interviewed you yet, and you already agree. That's just how good I am.
Yeah, that's just how good you are, man.
Like, I just exude that energy, right?
Exactly. Spitting straight facts every day.
Exactly. Thank you. All right, well, I say it's about time we actually get started, you know.
Yeah?
Professional interviewer and all.
Of course.
Yeah. Welcome to the WinzCast, a podcast where we talk about whatever the hell I feel like talking about for that week. Today I'm joined by a very small, majority Minecraft Twitch streamer, VR lover, YouTuber, friend, and as many people like to call him, Bicon, TheEret. Or just
Hey.
Aaron. That's him. That guy on your
That's
screen.
me.
Other than me.
I know
small. I'm pretty big, but, you know, he's there too.
Thank you for giving me this amazing opportunity, man. I'm not sure what I'd do without it.
Oh yeah, man, no problem. Don't even sweat it.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just get right into the questions.
Awesome.
So, my first question. Are you ready, Aaron?
I'm not sure I am, but I have faith.
The correct answer is yes. But anyway, moving on. What is your major in college? How has it affected your Twitch career, if at all? And would you still have chosen it as your major knowing you'd blow up on Twitch?
I study international relations. The whole reason I chose it is because I needed to change out of my old major, and I needed to find a major that was in the same school that I was at least somewhat interested in. And I thought I was somewhat interested in international relations, but man, it's a lot of reading. So if I had the opportunity to, I would change again, but I've not got much time left at university, so I can't really do that. If I don't want to spend like another 3 years here, that is.
Yeah, that would be a lot of money.
Yeah.
U.S. education system taking no prisoners.
Yeah, and then my university is one of the most expensive, which is, it's just, it's scary, man.
You know, that's always fun. You gotta love America. We can't do anything small. Everything has to be huge, even college expenses, you know.
Yeah. So like, ideally, I'd be studying something in games, or maybe like business of games, social media. I don't know, but that's not feasible, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but hey, you know, at least you always have your amazing Twitch audience, you know?
Yeah.
You may not be a professional Twitch streamer or interviewer like I am, but you know, you're still pretty good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
But no, like for real, if I could go full time streaming, I would. But I really want to stay in the US, and I can't be a full-time Twitch streamer and stay in the US without a whole bunch of really complicated stuff. So that's frustrating.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the next question. I still need to figure out how to actually segue between the questions. I mean, I'm a professional interviewer. I already know,
of course.
Yeah.
It's just your unique interviewing style.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. See, he gets it, guys. I'm not crazy. He gets it.
Yeah.
So, in a perfect world, would you still be producing Minecraft content, or is there something else you prefer to create?
I love Minecraft. It's my favorite game. I wouldn't be streaming it if I didn't enjoy it. But I don't want to be tied to just doing Minecraft content. Like, for example, if I want to go and play another game, or if I want to go do IRL streaming, I want to be able to do that. And I'm in a very fortunate position where I can. Of course, I may get lower viewers, but, you know, I'm hoping that it sticks around a bit. Which would be nice.
Yeah, that's for sure one thing that I know a lot of Twitch streamers struggle with is doing variety.
For sure. I'm very fortunate, so yeah, I feel very lucky. Like, my community is a bit more there for me than rather than if you're not playing Minecraft, I'm not going to watch you, because I see people like Greek God X, whether if he's doing like his usual content, he'll have tens of thousands of viewers. But if he's doing something else or something people don't enjoy, he'll have like 2,000 viewers. It's different. Luckily for me, it's sort of the same for almost everything I do, and I'm very lucky to have that.
Except for the strawberry dress, in which you blew up Twitch.
I did.
It imploded. I saw the servers. They were on fire.
Yeah. I got to 41,000 viewers on that stream. It's the most I've ever had naturally, so it's insane.
Yeah, that was a spectacle, to be sure.
Yeah.
So, moving to the next question. Is YouTube/Twitch content creation your ultimate career goal, or do you have different aspirations for a career? And you kind of already answered this, but
yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Like, in an ideal world, I'll be able to do this. I'll be able to play games, get it edited down in some way, shape, or form, come up with ideas, do cool stuff, and just be able to make content. But my bigger idea is to be able to do things that are bigger than just content creation, because that's where the real money and opportunities are. Because content creation goes up and down, but if I can put myself into something which is a bit more reliable and you can actually project at least 1 year into the future with content creation, you can't do that unless you have stability of someone like Mr. Beast. But yeah, I think content creation is the big stepping stone I need, and I'll go from there.
Yeah, I know a lot of different content creators who have done that sort of thing. Probably the biggest example that I know of is Lily Pichu and Anna Akana. I'm not sure if you've heard of Anna Akana, but you've definitely probably heard of Lily Pichu.
I've definitely heard of Lily, yeah.
Yeah. She was in that Avengers gum ad that everyone now hates.
Yeah. I've seen that ad a lot, yeah.
I have to. It's still funny, but yeah. So
they use the word "embiggen" in that ad, and it annoys me just way too much. That's not a word which I like, embiggen. Anyway.
Well, now you gotta listen to it every time you see that ad, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway. What was the British school system like, and do you think it is better, worse, or at all even comparable to American education?
I think it is comparable, but I think there are two different things. I think before university, the UK education system is a lot better. US high schools around the world are notorious for not being very good. But I think that US universities as a whole are better. Of course, they cost you your entire life savings, so maybe that cancels that out. But I believe they are there is a higher number of great universities to go to in the US, per capita, if that makes sense. I just think the US understands how to do that better. And maybe that's only really enabled by people spending tens of thousands of dollars. But who knows,
That is a fair view to have.
Yeah.
And, I'd probably agree with you, but at the same time, I don't really know of any colleges. Actually, that's a fair point. When people really talk about studying abroad, it's either because they want to learn the language or because they want to go to one of like a Harvard or something in the US.
Wait, what? Sorry, I don't understand.
So I could be completely wrong, but I feel like when people are talking about colleges in other like countries or continents, normally they do talk about US colleges such as like Harvard and similar colleges of that caliber.
I guess you talk about abroad, but Harvard is in the US. I don't know, I'm a bit confused.
Well, I mean, if you live in a different country, then it's abroad, is what I mean.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that was a little bit confusing.
But like in the UK, like when you talk about top tier universities, you have Oxford and Cambridge. Those are the two like great universities. But in the US, you have like Harvard, Yale, MIT, Caltech. Like you should got a whole bunch of just the best fucking universities out there. Like there's just tons of them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really have anything else to add.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll move on to the next. I'm a professional, I swear. I just gotta reiterate, So, being a primarily Minecraft content creator, have you gotten tired or burnt out on the game?
Not at all, no. I've been playing this game for 10 years. If I felt burned out, I wouldn't play it anymore. Like playing on the SMP, there'll be some days where I'm like, I don't really know what to do, and I'll just walk about and jump about and then ask my chat for ideas, and then they'll give me ideas and I'll do them. But like I love Minecraft. I don't think it's a game I can burn out on unless I was, literally playing it 12 hours a day every day for my job. And if I didn't play Minecraft, I would have like 3 viewers. If that was the case, I can imagine myself getting very tired of it very quickly.
I definitely agree with you. I feel like Minecraft is kind of one of those games where as long as you have just like generally something to do, it gets pretty hard to burn out on.
I agree. It's one of those games where like almost anything is possible. Like with like mods, you can do actually pretty much anything. It's cool.
I don't know if you saw, but Mythzan/Max started his own SMP Plus.
No, I did see that, yeah.
And it has some crazy plugins.
Nice.
Like some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen on a survival server. But I digress. Minecraft is definitely a very well-made game for versatility, for sure. Do you have a favorite book?
I do. Well, let me just get it quickly so I can get the title right. Be back in a sec.
Understandable.
I'm back.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you, I missed you too. My favorite book is called Homo Deus. Homodeus, 2 separate words. So yeah, Homo Deus, A Brief History of Tomorrow, by an author called Yuval Noah Harari. And it's basically it's this really, really awesome way of looking at the world, and it really shaped my worldview on things. It's a really, really good book. I would recommend it to anyone. But yeah, I listened to it as an audiobook while doing like yard work. But yeah, really, really good book.
On the topic of audiobooks, you trying to get sponsored by Audible? You gonna make your own?
They haven't
Audible
reached
original?
out. They haven't reached out.
Then you gotta reach out to them.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just been sort of waiting for like brands to come to my business email and go like, "Hey, we want to work with you." But that's some brands have, which is cool. And then, brands that I'd love to work with, I'm sort of like hoping like, ha ha ha. You like slide in.
Has Skittles hit you up?
I mean, they send me a fuck ton of Skittles, but apart from that,
Aww.
and they've now got like a whole pretty much permanent like backdrop in my stream. So for them, it's worth it. People go, "Why have you got a huge stack of Skittles behind you?" Puts it in their mind. So I guess it's paid off for them.
True.
Red Bull also sends me a lot of Red Bull, which is nice.
I'm sorry. Who sends you a lot of Red Bull?
Red Bull.
Oh, the company themselves, but they don't sponsor you.
No, like it's not a sponsorship. They just send me Red Bull, and I go, "Thanks," and I drink it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I also feel very flexed on, but it's fine.
I didn't drink Red Bull, and then they just started sending me stuff. And I was like, okay, I need some energy. I'm really tired right now. I've got this energy drink. Let's try it. Yeah.
Telling me you didn't think to just down like 7 5-hour energies and just stay up for 35 hours straight? That's how it works, right? They add together.
I mean, like, honestly, with me sleeping and like me being able to stay awake, if I want to stay awake, I just can. It's weird thing. I don't need coffee. I hate coffee. I don't need energy drinks to stay awake. But if I'm like about to stream and I'm like feeling pretty tired and like, I'll grab some Red Bull. I'll drink that.
Fair enough. So we were talking about Audible earlier, and I know you've expressed interest in voiceover work. Have you gotten anywhere there?
I haven't. There's one guy who keeps trying to get me to voice a main character in the pilot for his upcoming like furry TV show idea. It was like, I could do small bits in like one-off videos, but I'm not about to voice an entire character in a TV show. But they keep sending me emails about it.
They really like your voice.
Yeah.
To be fair, a lot of people do.
Oh, thanks.
So, I'm just looking through my, plentiful professional list of questions.
Yeah.
This is a good one. What has been your experience as a bisexual, and do you see any drastic difference in your friends/family before/after you came out as bi?
Me, not really, but it's been like everyone in my life is really accepting, which is really, really nice. And it's only been a net positive thing for me in terms of like my social life, which is really, really cool. I've met so many friends and made so many like useful connections and had opportunities thrown my way because of the fact I'm a very prominent member of the LGBT community. So yeah, that's been really, really cool.
While we're on the subject of opportunities, it's nearly been a full year since the first MCC.
Yeah, it has.
That's crazy.
This is the one we're going into now. Is the 12th one.
Yeah.
So.
But I believe they said
really
that
cool.
they started in December. So.
Yeah, and I've been in every single one apart from 2.
That's a flex right there.
Yep.
But not as big as a flex as Carl's 100% win rate, I'm just saying.
No, he pulled out of this event. He needs to preserve that 100%
Exactly,
win rate.
that's why. If he's ever in an event, something will happen last minute and he can't play.
Yeah.
Definitely that, and not just he actually didn't make it.
There's a chance that I may not be in this one because I'm having massive internet issues at the moment. And for reasons I can't really talk to my roommate to get it fixed. So that's frustrating.
That is unfortunate, to be sure.
Yeah.
I hope everything works on the day of, you know?
Thanks.
Hope for the best, expect the worst. That's what I always say. How would you say content creation has affected you as a person?
I don't think it's affected me that much. I think I'm the same sort of person I've always been. I think actually maybe I'm a bit more outgoing. Like I can talk better. But I think the thing that it has changed is my ability to help people with whatever they want to be helped with, or I can help them with, just full stop. Because before I wanted to help people, but I didn't have much of a platform to do that. But now I want to help people, and I do have a platform to do that, and I do that with almost every stream I do in some way, shape, or form.
That segues perfectly to my next question. Now, I know that you haven't been doing content creation for an extremely long time, but It's been about 1.5 years at this point, right?
It's been about a year, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I started, last November.
Yeah, so compared to when you first started streaming, would you say that your goals or aspirations have changed at all?
I mean, when I first started streaming, it was very much... I wanted to do it because I found it fun and I'd see where it went. I never intended, of course it would have been really nice if I blew up, but I never intended to blow up. So yeah, it's been awesome. I didn't really have any goals in mind. I was just kind of streaming, trying to grow, see where it went, see where the opportunities took me, and well, here we are.
And then it all changed when the Dream Nation joined your army.
Yeah. No, that revolutionized everything for me. Yeah, I owe pretty much everything to Dream and Tommy.
Yeah, the Dream SMP, I definitely, as one of your 2 admins, not to flex on chat, as one of your 2 admins, I could definitely feel the difference in the community before and after the Dream SMP.
Yeah, it's there's some things I miss about my old community, is that everyone knew each other and it felt very personal and very chill. But as with growth, it's you can't maintain all those connections as well as you once were able to. I'm pursuing my goals and I'm trying to find feasible ways of being able to make a living through this. But unfortunately, it does come at the cost of those interpersonal connections I've made with my early audience, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, when the Discord went from having to only 500 members to 15,000 overnight, that's exaggerated, but you understand what I mean. It did become a little bit difficult to know who everyone was.
For sure, yeah.
You remember when you played Jackbox, TheEret?
Yeah, I've never hosted a Jackbox game since my last Jackbox stream, where someone came in and just said the N-word a whole bunch.
Yeah, I remember that. That was not fun.
Yeah, but I want to do it again, but it's going to be with all content creator friends. Because I'm worried that someone I don't know could just come and ruin my everything.
Yeah. The new party pack looks like it has some amazing games, especially Talking Points. Looks like
Party
so
Pack
much
7
fun.
is a ton of fun, yeah.
It looks like literally the most fun.
I've been playing it on a lot of other people's streams, like Carl, Quackity, and Elena's. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw it performs really well because it's funny. Normally there's only a few people streaming it, and then all the huge people are just like, oh, I'm just gonna chill, hang out, play with my friends, and then they might drop a casual tweet like, hey, I'm playing with this guy.
Yeah, Like Elena got up to 1,000 viewers the other night, which I think is
1,000.
the most she's ever sort of naturally got up to, which is really, really cool. It was me, 5up, and Tapple, and a few others. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, when I had checked her stream, she was only at like I say only at 640 viewers or something.
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
That's.
I've got to buy the new Jamboss Party Pack.
How much is it? They're normally pretty expensive.
Each like $20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm crazy. I thought they were
I know.
like 60 each. I think
Oh
I'm just crazy.
no.
I'm just crazy. Okay.
I know.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's £23, which ends up being like almost $30.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
So, speaking of streams and growing other people's streams, I know that you were one of the founders of USC Live.
Well, I was the founder. Yes.
The founder of you. I just didn't want to be wrong, so I'm using German terms. But I'm glad you corrected me. The founder of USC Live. How did that whole experience affect your streaming? Would you say?
I mean, it didn't affect my streaming, but like, because I was always rating smaller creators anyway, if I could. Like, before I was the small creator, but I would go and find either creators of other, like, similar size or other smaller, like, art streamers or something like that, and I'd rate them. But I was like, hey, this actually helps a lot of people, so I want to set up a team where I can help more people grow their communities, and I set up the USC Live team, which is a whole bunch of streamers from my university. We've helped, like, 8 people reach affiliates. We recently helped Sully hit his partner.
Pog.
Which is really, really cool. He's like I've now helped 3 total people to reach partner, which is awesome. Really, really awesome.
That is crazy to think about, to be honest, because some people stream for years on end and they can never get partner, but you have the power.
There's
ish.
3 people who have actually got partner, and I think 5 people who have reached the requirements and submitted the application. I believe. Thanks to like my raids and support. Like that feels like I'm taking a lot of credit for it, but I'm very thankful to be able, not thankful. Thankful. I'm thankful to be able to help my friends and people who I feel deserve support, which is awesome.
Fingers crossed for all of them, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through, again, professional interviewer. This is a good question. What is your view on conventions, and do you think they foster a positive or negative environment for smaller streamers when it comes to meeting their idols?
Oh, that is a good question. I really like the idea of conventions. Well, not just the idea, I just like conventions. I've, like, even when I was much smaller and even before I started streaming, I made a whole bunch of amazing connections through these conventions. Like, I met there's people who followed me as a result of me meeting them on these, like, in these conventions, which I would not have met otherwise. Oh, Asen Pog! Hell yeah.
Gotta love just the casual, what was that, 25? Yeah,
25 gifted subs, holy shit.
Subs. Dang. That's a lot of money.
You don't need to mute, gamer.
Oh, am I still muted for TheEret? Hold on, let me check. Oh, I am. My bad, TheEret, thank you. I was just saying how 25 subs is a lot of subs.
Yeah, that is a lot of subs. Asen's awesome. Asen's incredibly pog.
Now it's a sub only chat. Let's go.
Oh my god, it is.
There's gonna be like one person in chat who's like, I don't have a sub. They're gonna be real sad about it. But for the moment, sub only chat. Let's go. Oh, see, I told you. I told you. One Lucario had to come out of the wood. Well, Wrath, they're... Man, well, mostly sub-only chat, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking...
Yeah, conventions are awesome.
Yeah. So, I asked Tosha this same question, and he had a very different opinion on it. He feels, and if I remember correctly, he feels as if conventions are pretty toxic overall. And although I've never been to one...
Depends who you're with entirely. Entirely depends on who you're with. Like, for example, the VR chat community. Fuck, that's toxic.
Well,
like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, man.
That explains Tosha's view.
So toxic. The entire thing is one massive clout chase. If you don't get to hang out with the right people, you're not relevant. It's just like, oh god. But when I was going to TwitchCon and all that, I was hanging out with a lot of James Key's friends most of the time, and all of that stuff was just awesome. Oh, Asum again, dude.
Again. Hey Eric, can you spare me some of your like top gifters? You know, I like, you know, I'm just saying, you know, they seem to be pretty generous. If you have a few to spare. No, but seriously, thank you so much for the 36 gifted subs in one stream.
Holy shit, man.
That's definitely a flex.
No, Asum's amazing. They supported me a fucking ridiculous amount. I think you may have seen it in my stream.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen it. That's true. Gifted 36 subs before subbing yourself. Whew. It's crazy to think about that there are people who are just like this generous to just total strangers.
No, it's amazing. It's truly, truly amazing. It's like an interesting thing because it's really hard to explain Twitch and how I earn money from playing games to a lot of like older people. Because I'll be like, yeah, I play games. Like I get paid for playing games on Twitch. And they'll be like, why? And I say, oh yeah, people, they donate to me and stuff like that. And they go, why? I go, because they really enjoy my content, or like I help them feel happy in some way, shape, or form. And it's just something which, especially older people, don't seem to understand. It's interesting to take a note of that.
That's very true.
And when I say older, I mean in like 60s.
Yeah. So speaking of donations, actually, how do you feel about Pokey lowering her, like, putting a donation cap on her donations?
I think it's cool. Like pretty much everyone works towards like earning as much money as possible and doing as much as possible to maximize everything and earn like tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions. And it's just like I can't imagine how much Pokey must be earning for her to be able to go, yeah, no, I'm good. Because she probably gets paid enough through everything else she does, and then asking for donations on top of that may seem a little much. So I understand it.
I definitely agree with you there. I personally don't understand why people are attacking her over putting a cap on her donations. I don't
Wait,
understand
they're attacking her? Why is that?
I don't know. But apparently there's a lot of people who have been giving her hate because of it.
Well, that's dumb.
I completely agree. But moving away from donations and making money. So you were one of the founding members of GGP, right?
No. GGP is an organization that's been around for about 15 years.
Oh, dang! I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, as far as USC Live,
I'm definitely one of the biggest public face people related to it.
Fair enough. So what does GGP actually like stand for? Not like Gay Gaming Pros.
Yeah. GGP stands for
Yes.
Gay Gaming Professionals, but it's a organization which helps promote LGBT voices in the gaming community, but it's a charity for the most part, which raises money to help send people who help the LGBT community in a way, help them get scholarships to go to university, which is awesome. It's really, really cool.
So, within GGP or even out of GGP, has there been anything in like the LGBTQ space that you've wanted to do that you haven't been able to?
Not really, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, if there's anything I want to do, I'm sure I could reach out, but I'm very go with the flow kind of guy. I don't try and go and do things too often. They just sort of happen to me.
Fair enough. Okay, this is a bit of
another 10 gifted. Jeez, dude.
yeah. Asim's just kind of going crazy. I don't know how to respond to it at this point.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. With just this one bit, they've gone and completely blown your all-time sub gifted out of the water. That's insane.
Yeah, they've over doubled it.
GG.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I'm fine. I'm a professional.
Professional.
I'm a professional. Okay, my composure is maintained. Anybody who disagrees is wrong. So this is a bit of a long question, but I think it's a good question. So
Yeah.
For your Discord, you've tried to make it the most welcoming space that it can be for LGBTQ plus people, straight people, and just people in general. Do you like the term safe space, or do you think there's something better that you'd rather use?
I've talked about this on streams before, but I'm not a huge fan of the term safe space because I feel like every space should be safe, and then there are places you don't go, which because people are dicks there. It should be safe space. Shouldn't be a unique thing. It should be the norm. Everywhere it should feel safe. That's the dream, and the term safe space makes it seem that everywhere else apart from this place is dangerous, so don't go there. So we're pushing. I want to see if we can come up with a different phrase or something like that. I can't think what. My brain isn't too good at the moment.
I mean, I couldn't really.
Sorry.
You go.
I was going to say I can't. If it's a phrase we're calling it a regular space now. That doesn't sound good. It's just a space.
Yeah, I can't really think of one singular term, but welcoming space isn't terrible, I guess.
Yeah. Welcoming, accepting, either of those I think works well.
Yeah.
A safe space does make it seem that everywhere else is unsafe, and I'm not a fan of that.
I can definitely agree with you on that. And while we're talking about terminology, you said on the stream, or some time around the stream where you wore the strawberry dress, that you don't like the term cross-dressing.
Yeah.
Why is that?
That enforces the idea that clothing in what it is gendered. Not a fan of that. If the guy wants to wear a skirt, he should be able to without feeling like he's dressing up like a girl or it's a feminine thing. It's just a bit of fucking cloth. So it's not cross-dressing. I don't think. I prefer the term to be just more dressing, really.
And honestly, I have to agree with you as well. A lot of stigma, I feel, sort of stems from all the labels that we have to put on things. Because just as you said, when you say that only one place is safe, it creates the implication that everywhere else is automatically not safe and you should avoid going anywhere else. When really, it's that sort of culture where you only stay in one bubble and you don't see all the different viewpoints, which creates a lot of the stigma around stuff, I feel.
Oh, for sure, yeah. That's why I'm very keen on pushing the whole fuck gender role sort of thing. Because a lot of people don't realize that it's a thing. Like, they just accept it. Girls do this thing, boys do this thing, and they just sort of accept it as normal. They accept it as normal, just go, you can't do both. But you can. I think more people need to be like aware and accepting of that.
I agree. As the old adage goes, ¿por qué no los dos? Why not both?
Yeah.
So, you know, a professional interviewer, back at it again, being professional.
Of course.
And looking through the questions that I wrote, because I'm prepared. So, we talked earlier about how you sort of blew up on Twitch. If you hadn't have blown up to like the same degree, maybe only like average 100 viewers, would you still be doing like variety and Jackbox, or would you still be sticking with like solely Minecraft?
I think I might have been like, I was, even before I blew up, I hadn't done Jackbox in quite a few months. Yeah, so I would have continued streaming because I just enjoyed it. I wasn't like this. I always say, it's the advice I always give when someone says, I want to get into streaming. And I always say, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. I started streaming because I enjoyed it. But yeah, if you're getting into streaming just to get big, it's not good. But yeah.
I definitely agree with you. My last stream, I think, I talked about something like sort of similar to this, where it's like, if you truly stream because you enjoy it, then it's a whole different atmosphere and feeling to when you're only doing it for clout or only doing it for money. And normally people can tell pretty easily between the two.
For sure.
Without saying any names, would you say that when you blew up, you ran into people who were sort of like that? They just wanted to leech off of you for clout?
Of course. That, like, no question about it. There's lots of people like that out there. I've had, like, there was a lot of people who I had not talked to for years suddenly realized I was getting popular. I overtook every single VR chat streamer in size. Very quickly. So there was a lot of people, like, the VR chat community is really toxic, like, especially around streamers.
I agree.
Very clout chasey. And it, like, if you were at all relevant, and played VR chat, you're going to be swarmed by people trying to get their 5 minutes of attention on screen time. And a lot of those people messaged me when they realized I was blowing up. And they'd, like, ask me how I was going, and then saying, hey, we should play games sometime to catch up, and stuff like that. I'd always be nice to these people. But I'm sort of like, you hadn't messaged me in literally a year or two, or maybe like 6 months, and then you saw I was blowing up, and now you're getting in contact with me, you know? It's annoying, frustrating, and I feel very fortunate to have a group of friends who I can trust and do stuff with on a regular basis.
While we're talking about friends and stuff you can do on a regular basis, would you also recommend that people who want to get into streaming find like a friend group to stream with, or do you recommend solo streaming?
Stream with friends is one of the best things you can do, even if it's small. If you're really small, streaming with friends is really good, because if you don't have a chat, it gives you someone to talk to, gives you something to talk about. If you are streaming alone, like, just basically narrate everything you do. But it's much easier to be entertaining, I feel, if you have at least one friend with you, even if they're just in the background of the call, memeing on you. They don't even need to be playing the game with you. At the end of the day, it's just better content, more engaging, and more fun for you.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate. I would definitely agree with you. So, we're gonna get into probably wrapping up the podcast now. Although I say wrapping up, there's still like 15 minutes or so, but you know.
Sure.
So one thing that I've definitely realized is that people really care about Twitter followers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Like, you always see that people's like, you don't follow me on Twitter, and then you know, Tommy, of course, no, Techno saying that it was Techno, right, saying he'd block Tommy during an MCC.
Oh yeah, that meme.
yeah, stuff like that happens all the time. So is there anyone on Twitter who you wish followed you but they don't?
Yeah, several people. Let me go to my Twitter account just so I can see if I'm like people who I follow who don't follow me back generally. I love Michael Rees to follow me. He's a really funny guy. Critical. He's really, really funny as well. And I'm very fortunate that Mr. Beast, he's the other one. Those like the big three, I think, who would want to follow me because I like all of their content. So, yeah, like Twitter is interesting when you're at a sort of size that I am, because it moves much more away from posting stuff, and it moves towards, okay, this person, we follow each other, this is a networking opportunity sort of thing. Yeah, it's really interesting.
I agree. So really, you just want people to follow you who you probably want to talk to in the future.
Not really. It's more sort of like I don't know. It's more like a hey, they know who I are. That's cool. Who I are. Who I am.
They know who I is.
They know who I is. But no, it's more about them knowing who I am, and I go, I've been recognized, yay! And that's something which a lot of people who I know are smaller, I'm sure, can relate to. If you're followed by a creator you respect, I don't know, it makes the happy chemicals.
Yeah, no, I actually can 110% relate. I'd say recently, but it's like probably a month or two ago at this point. You know Chris from like the Mr. Beast squad, right?
Yeah.
He followed me back on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. I think
That's
it was
cool.
only to send me like one DM, and then I replied to him, and then I sent him like 2 long paragraphs, so I probably scared him away. But I don't think he's unfollowed me yet, so it's still really cool.
What was the DM about, if you don't mind me asking?
We were talking about Genshin. I kept answering or like replying to his Genshin Impact tweets. And he asked a question, I answered, and he DM'd me saying that he couldn't open the door on the island that he unlocked. And then I replied to him, and I probably scared him away. But he hasn't unfollowed, so maybe there's still something there.
Chris is an awesome guy.
Yeah, no,
really,
Chris is
really
great.
Nice. I haven't played games with him for ages, but I've got to do that.
Yeah, when he said like late November or early December he'd start streaming again, so definitely hit him up then.
Him and Carl have been very busy.
Yeah,
Chandler
sure.
doesn't really like social media as much, from what I've gathered. But it's also interesting because the whole Mr. Beast gang, like, of course, it's nice for them to be known as the Mr. Beast gang, but I can imagine that they want to be known for their own stuff as well,
Yeah.
like separately. Yeah.
I definitely agree with you on that second part, where they want their own individual identity.
For sure.
Most definitely. Also, and I probably need to say this, not that I think that your fans are rabid, but people can be. So just as a precaution, nobody start spam tweeting Michael Reeves or Critical or Mr. Beast to follow Eric because that's not good. Don't do that. This is we're just having a dialogue. We're just talking. You guys don't need to be like you should go follow TheEret. It's fine. It'll happen naturally because TheEret is amazing and TheEret will get everything that he chooses. Okay, maybe not everything, but most things for sure. Most definitely.
No.
But yeah, so don't spam tweet them. Okay, we're good. We're chilling.
Yeah.
So I guess sort of ish related, not fully, but I know you said earlier that you're not really like super proactive, stuff just sort of happens, but are there any projects in the next like 3 months that you're really excited about?
I mean, I'm working on merch. That's an ongoing thing.
Merch pog?
Yeah. So we've got some designs for that. We're just working it out. Unfortunately, the whole process is a bit slow because the guy designing it also does merch for like everyone else on a Dream SMP. So it's pretty slow. Yeah, we're working it out.
You know, while we're on the subject of merch, did you buy Crumb's merch?
I didn't know. I don't like buying, like, my clothing is very plain, in case people who watch my stream couldn't already tell.
I never noticed. When you wore the same gray shirt 3 days in a row, I figured it was a, you know,
it wasn't the same gray shirt. It was different shirts.
As far as I'm concerned, it was the same.
I bought a pack of like 6 of the exact same color gray shirts for $15.
That's a good deal.
Just because I liked the shirt.
It was a really good gray shirt, you want to say?
Yeah, it worked.
Like the premier quality gray shirt?
It was just a regular gray shirt. It wasn't like amazing. It just worked.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
I will say though, those red socks you wore way back when you did like exercise and stuff on stream.
Oh yeah.
Those were a fashion statement right there. I'd ask you why you didn't continue that, but you know, looking at Asum in chat, I think I can get a pretty good sense of why you might have stopped.
Yeah, Asum did, like, gifted 340 subs, and I was doing.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like times 340 by 5, and that's how many like sit-ups or squat I'd have to do.
A lot.
And I would literally be dead. So it's probably good I don't do that anymore.
But you gotta get swole, come on.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking I want to move out of my current place and hopefully I'll move to a place that has a gym.
Yeah, and then you'll get swole?
Yep.
That's a good
very,
point.
very, very swole. Big, and yes.
You'll get huge. You'll get bigger than Carl. You want to say? Because you know Carl's pretty swole.
I'm not sure that's possible. He's already like the swollest person I know.
That's true. That is fair. But like, if you could try, you think you could at least get close?
I think so. Maybe. Probably. We'll see.
Okay. But no, you're probably right. Carl is pretty huge.
Yeah, that's like his whole brand.
Yeah.
Being huge.
Just one of the strongest men I've ever seen. Dude, he could probably lift me like 15 times over, like 15 of me at the same time. He's that strong. Or I'm just that light. We don't need to get into the details though, but
yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you're back on like projects, main thing I'm working on at the moment is moving. Because
I see.
For reasons, I need my own place.
So you're not gonna have a roommate this time?
No. Maybe not. We'll see.
Oh,
I definitely want a place that's at least 2 bedrooms, so I have a friend who wants to stay over. They can. But yeah.
It's a good plan. I do need to just interject real quick though. As Beefy Quesarito said in chat, I am the biggest streamer ever. Would you agree? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But you know, moving on. I wasn't even okay. So We are now in the last like 5 or so minutes of the interview. Unless we go a little bit longer. I don't know. You feeling spicy, TheEret?
We could do whatever.
Okay, we'll go as long as you want then, because I'm down for whatever.
Sure.
But I only have like 2 questions left, so we may run out of talking points. But you know.
Yeah.
So
we can end it off there if you want. You're cool. It's your podcast.
That's true, but we're basically both of the host. That's the beauty of this amazing podcast. We're both of the host at the same time.
Cool.
So, one of my last questions is if you have any questions that you're thinking of that I didn't ask, but you wanted me to ask, what were they, and what would you have answered them with?
I have no idea.
See, guys, this is why I'm a professional. I told you all. You all doubted me. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just saying, man. Oh, actually, this is probably the most important question of all of them. TheEret, when are we playing games again?
There's a lot of people who want to play games with them, and I feel bad because I never have time to do so.
That's true.
I've been wanting to play games with Vague for ages.
We'll have to play like Valorant or something sometime. All 3 of us.
Find time to play games. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. You know, between all the 900 billion meetings you have a day.
Yeah.
And having to stream, I can see, and then school as well.
Yeah.
I can see how there might not be much time in the day.
University's over soon, so I should have more time, but a lot of my stuff is like, okay, well, if I'm playing games, I might as well be streaming it. But then, like, I don't know. So if I have any free time, I'm usually streaming during that free time. And I don't like it. That's like streaming is my chill time. And yeah, that's what I spend my free time doing. And then at the end of the day, I don't have much free time to play games with other people. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty understandable. I have a similar mindset.
Sorry, yeah. I just want to say the chat has questions as well. They can ask questions.
That is true. They can, because I'm out of questions. Well, I have like one last question, but it's not a very interesting one.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, it's just, do you have any potential guests? Like, do you have any ideas for guests on the show? I really need help. I mean, I am a professional and all, but you know, input's good sometimes, you know?
Elena's good, and there's Jojo Beat Solos, who I think you know as well.
Yep.
I'm sure both of them would be pretty happy to be on here.
Thank you. These are good ideas. You can't hear it because I'm not actually writing, but act like there's like notepad writing sounds right now. I'm taking notes. So someone in chat has the question. Let me find my mouse. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Reading. Will you still meet with Tubbo in winter unless COVID stops it?
If I can, so I live in London in the UK, which is a completely different part of the country to where Tubbo is. So whether or not it'll be possible, I'm not sure. But if we can meet, that'd be great. I've actually just bought an IRL streaming backpack. Yeah. So hopefully that arrives in time and that could be fun. Tubbo tried to buy one and they basically said, haha, no. I was like, oh, okay.
That's not Pog. What the heck?
That is not Pog, I agree.
Someone in chat had a good question. I don't know if you'd like to answer it if I'd like to, but they asked how we met.
Through VR chat and Tosha, pretty sure, right?
Yeah, through Tosha, a mutual of ours, who was my first guest on the show, by the way. Uploaded on YouTube at GamerWinz. Go watch that.
Nice. By the way, you should have tweeted the streamer, dude.
Oh, you know, I should have. I forgot.
You forgot to do that, man. Come on, man. I could have
listen,
like
Eric,
retweeted it or something. Come on, man.
I may be a professional, but it's okay. You can retweet when I upload the video. You know, then people can watch it whenever they want. And also, then people can't throw as much money at me. So really, it's a win-win. You know, we save people money. I mean, other than ASIM. ASIM's wallet definitely took a hit today, but you know, we can save other people's money, and that's what counts. You know, we're doing it for the good of the people, Aaron.
Yeah.
All right, I don't need thousands of viewers. I'm already the biggest Twitch streamer. All right, it's fine.
Of course.
Yeah. Somebody in chat asks, do you have any regrets so far from your streaming?
Not really, no. I'm not one to regret things. I think out pretty much everything I do a lot. I mean, that there's stuff I regret doing, of course. I mean, there's some stuff I can't talk about on the stream, involving, like, the Discord, for example, and stuff like that. But yeah, there's really not much. And I'm thankful for that.
Someone in chat really wants to know your opinion on oatmeal cookies.
They're bland.
I'd agree with you. Chocolate chip all the way.
Exactly.
What's your opinion on cookie cake?
Fuck is cookie cake?
You've never had cookie cake?
Thing I've ever heard of.
You've never had cookie cake?
The fuck is cookie cake?
Eric, you gotta Google it right this second. It's like the best thing ever. What? How have you never had cookie cake?
Cookie cake.
How do you people not know what cookie cake is? Do you British people not have cookie cake?
No, because we don't have diabetes.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good point.
This just looks like a giant cookie with.
It is.
Like, oh, gross.
It's great. You're missing out.
That's diabetes, man.
It is, but it's so good.
That looks gross. It looks way too sugary.
It's just a big cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Differences in opinion, I guess. So, chat, any more questions before we end off? Some people in chat want to know how many people you can actually name off who told you to remember them when you're famous.
Well, that's like someone asks you to name every movie you've ever watched. You can't do that. But if someone comes up to you and say, "Oh, have you watched, I don't know, Jurassic Park?" You go, "Yeah, I've watched Jurassic Park." It's one of those things like, if someone comes up to me and says, "Do you remember me?" and I can go, or like, "Do you remember me?" and says what they're from, like, or like, "I was the one who did this." I go, "Oh yeah, I remember you, dude. That's hilarious." Like for example, there's like, I'll join the Twitch subs chat in my Discord fairly often. People tell me funny stories, or someone might donate, and say something that's really cool. And there's one person who had a mouse in their ceiling. And then they'll donate and say, "Hey, do you remember me? I'm the one with the mouse in the ceiling." It's like, "Oh, cool, that's awesome. I remember you." But yeah, my memory is really bad, so I need to attach it to certain things.
That's true. That's an understandable viewpoint to have on it.
Yeah.
I think most people would agree with you there.
Yeah.
It's sort of like how you can't like. Sometimes you can't, like, visualize someone's face with a name. You have to, like, see them first and be like, "Oh, that's so-and-so."
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody wants to know your opinion on people, like, re-uploading clips onto YouTube.
I'm not a huge fan. Like, I made the TheEret live channel because I want to get the edge on that, and I want to be the main source of TheEret content on YouTube. Because, well, I'm me. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's promoting me, but it's also just like, especially if there's fucking ads on those videos, man, that's painful. You're like literally taking money away from me. You're using my content for your own personal gain. That's not very pog. Yeah. At the very least, tell people to go subscribe to me. If people do post my content on YouTube or elsewhere, tell them to go subscribe to my own channel and link it. Don't just say, go subscribe to TheEret with no link. Yeah. Like, when I reacted to the animatics, like, arguably that's using other people's content, but I did it in a way where I linked every single animatic and every single original song in that, so that when my upload is inevitably the most viewed upload of TheEret reacts to animatics, they'll actually maybe be able to get some sort of kickback from that, rather than someone just uploading TheEret reacts to Dream SMP animatics with no fucking links. I feel it's just a responsible thing to do.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. It's sort of like your TheEret live channel is sort of like, well, I know people are going to do this anyway, so I'd rather do it in a way that is constructive, rather than just have other people completely rip off my content and then nobody except them benefits from it.
Yeah, I've been thinking of starting a third channel just called like TheEret VODs or something, where it's literally just the raw VODs for my streams. So we have TheEret, which is my main for the polished stuff, TheEret Live for stream highlights, and then we can have TheEret VODs, which is just the raw fucking VODs.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have channel infrastructure pretty similar to that.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever stream on YouTube?
No. Because with donations on YouTube, YouTube takes half of it. And that's a similar sort of thing to what it's like on Twitch with gifted subs. Gifted subs and bits, Twitch takes a massive thing, but donations on Twitch, like through Stream Elements for me, I get pretty much 100% of that. So that helps me out an awesome amount. But on YouTube donations, YouTube takes half, which is dumb.
That is definitely true. You know, the corporations just need even more of our money.
Yep.
They get us at their ads, and then they get us on donations.
It really do be like that.
Sometimes people say it don't be like it is, but sometimes it really do be like it is. That didn't make
really
sense,
do.
But it really do. Did you like my tweet where I just wrote out, people say it don't be like it do, but it is, and just way more words than needed to be said?
It was good.
Thank you. I spent like 5 minutes on it or something. I'm proud of it, though. It's a good tweet. Not really, but I'm gonna act like it's a good tweet. I'm a professional, okay?
Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Someone in chat wanted to know your favorite cereal.
In the US, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. In the UK, Crave.
What? The second
What?
one. The second cereal, huh?
Second one's called Crave. And that's my favorite cereal in the UK.
No clue. But what is it? What is it?
It's hard to explain, but it's basically it's like a little pillow of a cereal thing with like basically Nutella in the middle.
Oh, there's something super similar to that in like Israel. I have no idea what it's called because it's in Russian, but those are good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's Crave in the US as well, but it's different.
It hits different.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can take one more question from chat, and then I think I should stop taking up so much of your time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Someone in chat had a question that I'm gonna change a little bit.
Yeah.
Are there parts of your community that you've seen like outside the server that or like behaviors that you wish people would stop?
A thing which I have a constant gripe with is impersonation. There's a lot of people who make quote-unquote parody accounts, which just aren't parody accounts. They're just people pretending to actually be those people, and it's very frustrating. Because I'll go comment on all my tweets and stuff, and I'll like originally look at them and go, oh, so like my friend commented on my tweet, and then hover over their profile, and it's someone with 30 followers, the exact same profile picture, the exact same name, but they just have like, instead of like a capital I, they'll have a lowercase l or something like that. And it's very frustrating, so I just block all those accounts, and that's like my biggest pet peeve with all of that. And, you know, the community is also just huge to such a size that if I say it, it's not going to make it go away. There's not much I can do. And some of these accounts have thousands of followers, which is frustrating.
So, okay, Eric, you keep telling me that we can go as long as I like, but like really, it's whenever you want to be done.
I can't fucking stream, so
I don't know if my mic picked that up.
I can be done whenever.
Okay, we'll go till it's another even hour, so like another 20 minutes.
Yes, another 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes is good.
Sure.
So someone in chat wanted to know, when do you even sleep?
I don't.
That's fair.
Honestly, the last few weeks, months, I've been going to sleep around 3 to 4 a.m. each night. And then usually get up between like 11 or 12. So it's still a good amount of sleep, but it's just I'm up really late.
How do your classes work? Are they all online?
Yeah. So like, I've actually dropped most of my classes for this semester because they're all really early morning classes, and I never made it to them. And then I also just really didn't enjoy the classes, so I never felt the motivation to actually go to them. And so it was really, really frustrating. Yeah. So
a lot of people can definitely relate.
Classes. Yeah. University's hard, man. You combine that with trying to do like full-time content creation on top of that. Fuck, dude, it's painful.
Yeah, then you get Spain, but the S is silent.
Spain, but without the A. Wee.
Span? No, wait, spin. Okay, moving on.
Gamer, you alright?
No, I'm a professional podcaster interviewer, not speller. Leave me alone. Contrary to what I said earlier in Staff Lounge, none of the staff say anything. Be quiet. It's like Spain, but without the A. Oh, so Span. I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Smart, man.
You know, it's hard being this professional all the time, you know?
Oh, I agree.
Would you? I probably already know the answer to this, but would you ever try Genshin Impact?
Probably not. No. It's not the sort, like, regardless of the whole anime aspect, it's not the sort of game I have an interest in. It's one of those games you have to spend a long time in order to make like progress from what I've seen, and it's like luck-based stuff, and those games get very boring for me. I have a very, like, anyone who knows me really well can tell you my ADD is bad, really bad. Like, they'll be talking about something else, I'll get distracted, and then just completely zone out and come back in the middle of just like going, oh, I've done this thing. They'll be like, oh, that's completely unrelated to what I was talking about. And I go, oh shit, sorry. Yeah, it's not a game I think I would play.
Someone in chat actually asked a really good question. Are you wow, I can't English. Are you ever gonna do the other runs in Undertale on stream?
Yeah, I hit a sub goal for that, so I've definitely gotta find a time to do that.
Also,
maybe I would have done it this week, but internet.
yeah, true. Darn internet. Can we get everyone in chat, can we get our prayer for Eric's internet?
What's insane? Okay, so I'm just gonna be straight up with, like, I earn a lot from streaming. Like, there's some streams I earn like upwards of $1,000 per stream, which is fucking nuts. And the fact I've not been able to stream this week due to my internet going out has meant that I've literally been missing out on potentially thousands of dollars of stuff, and it's fucking painful. That's stuff just money which goes towards stuff I need and stuff like that. So very, very frustrating.
This is a little bit of a personal question, but on the topic of money, do you have any plans to donate to charity?
I'll definitely be doing charity streams. For the first 10 months of my streaming, all donations were going to my friend Scott, as you know.
Yep.
We raised $50,000 for him,
which is still insane, by the way.
Oh yeah, it is. It's fucking ridiculous. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And then we also did GGP, where we raised $5,000 in 2 hours. There's been so much amazing stuff. I've got to find charities I believe in, have a good message, and all that. Yeah.
So, for the people who are not in college, do you have any advice for them to stay motivated in school?
School's important. Don't drop out of it. University is great, is awesome, and it helps you out a fuck ton, but it's not the be all end all. But high school is. If you don't graduate high school, you're like, oof. Education is good. Just get that piece of paper which tells other people you're smart at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Go get educated.
Motivation stuff. Wait, did I say that right? Yeah.
It's fine. Nothing you say can be worse than the thing with Spain.
Span.
Yeah, the Span thing. Nothing can be worse than Span. Pain. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now that I brought it up again, I'm just in pain all over again. But
understandably.
Yeah. Your stream playlist.
Yeah, what about it?
I don't know, there's a question somewhere in what I was gonna say. Professional, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I see an interesting question. Was it always your goal to become a streamer, even back when you were a mod in the VR chat community Discord server, and did watching the streamers that started off in the VR chat route influence you in a way? No. What really started me wanting to be a streamer, I've always kind of wanted to stream, but I never really had the motivation to do so. Because I didn't want to stream VR chat. That's not a good game to stream. Because there's a lot of risks, and it basically just becomes this person meets their friend simulator, which isn't interesting to watch either. The main thing which actually got me into streaming was Scott went to live with James, and then James wanted to get Scott into streaming, and I was like, I can do that. And then I did that. And that was about this time last year.
Yeah, I remember. Scott did 1 or 2 streams at James's place.
No, he did a lot more than that, and he's wanted to do it more, but his medical thing's just
From what I saw then.
Yeah. So he's getting on that, but it's just taking a bit.
we all know that it's going to be absolutely amazing when it does.
Yeah.
Lucario has an interesting question. I don't know if you have an answer for it, but would you say that there's a difference between motivation and resolve?
I don't really know what resolve is.
I feel like motivation is more like the reasoning behind why you want to do something, and then resolve is actually like the power to actually do the thing.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Resolve definition. Settle or find a solution, decide firmly on a course of action. Firm determination to do something. I think resolve is more, you've got an idea and you've resolved a way to do it. And motivation is like, I want to do a thing, but I'm not sure what I want to do. They're different in that sort of aspect, I feel. If I'm understanding it correctly.
Yeah,
I know what these words mean, but it's just I've not used them, so.
You don't, like, you know what a word means, but you don't know what it means, you know?
I guess, yeah.
Like, you don't know the dictionary definition, but you know what everyone uses it for.
Yeah.
Does chat have any other questions? We said we'd go for another, like, 10 minutes. What are you fiddling with, Eret? Sounds like a rubber band or something.
Exactly.
See, guys, I am a professional. I told you.
Professional.
You know, Tosha started the last interview by eating pasta.
Nice.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just gonna copy me?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Thoughts on channel points now since you're big? I like channel points, but it's hard to keep track of. My chat moves too quickly. So I rely on chat. Like if someone does water or does ads, I rely on my chat basically going water, 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 or going ads, 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 and that's how I notice it. I think for smaller channels, it's a lot more beneficial for people who can actually read chat and do funny things, like Sully does his noir thing and stuff like that, which I think are very funny.
You know, Eret, I'm
What's
pretty
up?
sure that the way that Sully does all that is with the option of like OBS Studio on Stream Elements. You can, there's a plugin somewhere, I remember watching a video about it way long ago, that allows you to make it so that when people actually redeem channel points, it triggers an action in OBS Studio, so that like, you don't have to keep track of it yourself.
Yeah.
So, for instance, you can have it's like when someone redeems water, it plays like a small notification, and you're like, oh, time to drink water. So that might be something to look into if you want.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that I've been thinking of that I need to do, but I never got around to. I've never got around to doing them. Like, I've been wanting to update my notification sounds. For example, if someone donates more than $50, I wanted to have, or like drops like more than like 20 subs. I want to have it with a special noise, go like. So it doesn't just sort of ding by like everything else. I go like, whoa, that's a big thing. Yeah.
Do you plan to use the croissant noise?
No.
Darn, it's a good noise.
That's Elena's thing.
That's true, but I mean, it's literally you.
I know.
Fair enough. I'm thinking of questions.
Does Era ever watch a general in his Discord server? Yes, sometimes. When? Yeah. You won't know.
Yeah, I imagine he lurks in there sometimes, watching all of you and judging all of you.
I'm very
being
concerned.
judged. What's your opinion on mac and cheese, Eret?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think we can leave it at that.
Good. Otherwise, I would have had to ban you, you know.
Oh.
I'm very serious about my mac and cheese GamerWinz.
Yes, sir, Eret.
Thank you.
If you want to give advice, someone's asking for advice.
What advice?
They said, do you have advice for people who might have trouble identifying themselves?
Let me get, yeah, so have trouble identifying themselves, and maybe if they were to identify themselves, how you could tell the parents, family, friends about it. Identifying yourself, you don't need to. Like, with the whole labels thing, a lot of people have a lot of, the very, like, labels make them feel very comfortable about things, and it's not an essential thing. But it's the thing that's nice to have. For example, so that there's some people who worry that there's a big difference. Like, they say, am I bi or am I pan or am I gay? And like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. You like who you like, and that will change over time. But you may say, oh, I identify as male, I identify as female, I identify as anything in between or outside of those things. For me, like, the reason I went with all pronouns is because, I struggle with that myself, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm me. I don't feel the need to worry about it anymore, and so I just don't.
I completely agree with you on the whole you're just you thing.
Yeah.
Like, I sort of feel like as much as people enjoy labels, it definitely contributes to a lot of the negatives of society, and I feel like it's best to leave it at that.
Yeah, for sure.
With that being said, we should probably, wrap up. We only have a few minutes left. I got to do my professional outro as a professional podcaster,
Professional GamerWinz gamer outro.
Yeah, exactly. So, this has been the second ever WinzCast with small guest, pretty small streamer.
Yeah, very small.
TheEret. Hope you guys go check him out. He's pretty cool. He has two YouTube channels actually, TheEret and TheEret Live. Go check out both of them. Subscribe.
Very cool.
Follow him on Twitch and Twitter at something along the lines of TheEret. He knows better than I do.
Well, on Twitter it's just TheEret, yeah.
And on Twitch it's also TheEret?
Maybe getting changed soon, but yeah.
Okay. So go follow him on all of his stuff. You can probably find him if you just search TheEret. And if you think I might be interesting, you can do !socials and join my Discord and follow me on Twitter, where I give probably nothing of value, but it'd be cool.
Go follow Gamer on everything. It'd be very bog.
And any final words, TheEret? I'm not killing you or anything, but like the podcast isn't. I just I had to because people normally say like give any final words when they're about to kill someone, and you're not dying. I needed forward to talking to you again sometime in the future eventually. Yeah. Hopefully.
I might never talk to you again, but it is what it is.
Yeah, people say that to me a lot. But with that being said, thank you everybody for watching the WinzCast, and I will see you next time.